your burning kojic acid questions, why you still probably look like a raisin bread, and here are some answers to questions that you were scared to ask. Frequently asked questions about kojic acid and koji sand. Let's dive into the video. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Dani, and for today's video, we are going to be doing a kojic acid Q&A. All the questions are going to be coming from this video. We have over 2,000 questions on that video, or 2,000 comments, I should say. And I just felt like we needed a central place for everything koji sand, kojic acid related. Before we dive into the questions, just the basic information you need to know about kojic acid and how I use it. So I'm currently using these two brands right now. The purple box I recommend for beginners. Koji sand I use now. I've been using kojic acid for maybe 2-3 years now, and I really like the koji sand. I feel like it works very fast. I have been taking a little break from it because I'm on my journey to glass skin, and kojic acid does dry the crap out of your skin if you do not use moisturizing products to keep your moisture barrier intact, and I wasn't really doing that. So I've taken a little break from it, but I still use them here and there, just not as often as my routine that I normally do. I finally found places to purchase them. So we have Amazon, and then we have the original Koji Sand website. I purchased off of both of them, and they both came legit. They have all their markings to let you know that they're real. I'm going to link them in the comment section and the description box. And if people keep asking me, I'm just going to keep linking it. If you're still a raisin bread from watching my videos and you still have a lot of questions, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to answer one of them for you today. So let's dive into the questions. I think we're going to have a lot of fun with these questions because... Okay, let's go to most recent. Wow, we're just scrolling. How long until you see results? So everybody is different. For me, it took me 2 to 3 months to see results. There are many factors for how long or what can delay you seeing results. One of them is playing in your own face and not using sunscreen. I know in my previous video I said, oh, I'm not really wearing sunscreen, but when it comes onto kojic acid, that is a game I will not play. So I don't recommend you play it, because it defeats the purpose of you going hard and using the product and you're not protecting your skin in the daytime from the sun. Make it make sense, Jack. You have to. Non-negotiable. Together now. You said it loud for everybody in the back. Another factor is how often are you using kojic acid. If you are going way above what I recommended, don't go over that. It's never that serious. It's going to take you longer to repair yourself from having a damaged moisture barrier by overusing kojic acid than if you just use it slowly, and then you'll gradually see results. I've been on this journey for almost 4 years, so you're going to have to be patient. I know we want glass skin by tomorrow. We're just prepping for the summer. You've got a couple months. You'll be able to make it by summer. And hydration. You need to put hydration back into your skin. Those factors will make your results come a lot faster, and if not, you're doing something wrong or you're overusing the product. Can you use kojic acid on other parts of your body? Absolutely. Like I said, if your booty hole is dark, you have dark elbows, dark knees, dark armpits, the back of your neck is dark, kojic acid is your best friend. What I would say on your body, it's a little bit different because the skin on your face is a lot thinner than the skin on your body, so you can keep it on your body a little bit longer. On your face, max. If you're a beginner, 30 seconds. If you're somebody like a veteran, I do 60. Any longer, rip off your face and go hang it on the clothing line. That's all you want to do, is ruin your face. Because kojic acid is so drying to the point where it doesn't matter how much lotion you put on, you're still going to look like you dipped your face in powder. Do you use it on your lips? I do. I do it once a week when I remember. When I first started, I was doing it every 3 days. So I had 2 days in between. And then on the third day, I would do my routine. And I do not play about that routine. Okay? The skin on your lips doesn't exist. I'm not even saying it's thinner than the skin on any part of your body. If you go around and find out and leave kojic acid on your lips, oh my God. Bless your heart. We're going to all have to sit in a circle and pray for you, because your lips are going to be so busted and painful. Do not overuse kojic acid on your lips. Don't do that. You don't want to fuck up your shit. Because when people are talking to you, they're looking at your mouth and they're going to be like, oh, they got a lot going on. What's going on with your lips? Kojic acid on your lips is not a game I would recommend anybody playing. But yes, I do use it on my lips. Here's my routine. Please watch it carefully before you participate in this activity. And if you can't follow rules, don't participate in that activity. Thank you so much. Next question, if you stop using kojic acid, will your hyperpigmentation come back? Yes and no. I'm saying yes and no because you should be using other products to assist your kojic acid. You shouldn't just be using kojic acid alone, because kojic acid alone will destroy your MRSA barrier, like I said in the previous question. So you should be using vitamin C, sunscreen, like products that can help you even out your skin tone. So if you stop using kojic acid, you shouldn't really see a major difference because you're using other things that are assisting the kojic acid, if that makes sense. The only way that I can say your hyperpigmentation will come back is if you stop using everything. I want to say the last time I used kojic acid was maybe a month ago. And I've just been using these barrier strengthening products, and I don't feel like I've reverted back to where I was before. Again, I've been using it for a long time, so there's that. If you know a product in the world that you can stop using that will make your skin stay the way it is, give it to me. Thank you. There's no product on the planet that is going to keep you where you're at once you use it. You have to keep using other products to maintain what it is that you're doing. Would you recommend using hyaluronic acid in this regimen? I just started using hyaluronic acid, and I'm not going to hold you. I have seen a bit of a difference. I'm not going to say drastic, but I have seen a bit of a difference. But I'm not using just a hyaluronic acid product. Like, that's just it. Like, you know, there's like hyaluronic serums. I've used a hyaluronic with another chemical, like alpha arbutin plus HA. I haven't used one that's on its own. I did say that I wanted to use the water glacier. I've heard amazing things about it, but I've been using it and I like it. So I'm going to say yes. I'm going to lock in that answer and say yes. Tips on storing the soap. So this is how I store mine. So the light ones are the beginner friendly ones, and then the really dark ones are the Kojic Acid. I literally cut them up in little bricks so they last longer. I think I've had to change this bag twice in a year. I'm such a liar. Maybe once, because I cut them up so small, so it lasts me a long time. And then plus I bought these new ones, so I think I'm going to be good for the rest of until 2027. And then I also store them in a really dark place, like in my closet. You can store them underneath a cabinet. Just keep them away from sunlight. That's how I store mine. Is this soap for discoloration or for acne also? In the beginning, when I would get like little pimples from other products that I would use my Kojic Acid and it would dry them out. This may not be for everybody, but I do use it on pimples. Like, I'll just do a spot treatment on a pimple and it'll dry it out. And then the next day, it won't be gone, but it'll just be flattened. That works for me. It might not work for everyone else. What sunscreen do you use that is strong enough that doesn't leave a white cast? So these are the sunscreens that I use. You can take a little screenshot. My main one that I was using for years was the Neutrogena Hydro Boost one, but it burns the crap out of your eyes. I feel like it leaks during the day and then you're always rubbing your eyes. So I hung it up. But when I do wear my makeup, I still use that one. But like day to day, I will not use it. I'm using these two ones right now. Love them. No white cast. But here is just, again, I'm going to put the list back up. A list of all the sunscreens that I use that have no white cast. Your skin looks so smooth. Do you shave your face? I dermaplan my face. I do. But I just do it sometimes. But I haven't done it in like maybe 3 weeks. When I want my makeup to be like chef's kiss, like super smooth, I will dermaplan. But I don't do dermaplaning for skincare purposes. Like, it doesn't do anything for my skincare routine. Can you use on your kitty to lighten it? Yeah, girl. You can use on your kitty. But don't put it inside of your kitty. Okay? Men, leave for a second. Give us 5 seconds. Do not put this inside the kitty part. Just outside the kitty part. Remember how I told you guys, like, if you had a cut and like it burns if you have a cut? I didn't experience this. I'm trying for a friend. But like, if you have like a cut and like Kojic Acid burns when you have a cut, you don't want to put this in there. And you don't want to leave it on the cooter kitty too long. You'll get tire marks. You don't want burns on the cooter. So if you're going to do it there, you have to exfoliate too. So you got to exfoliate. You can use Kojic Acid, use that for a little bit. And then you can use a physical exfoliator, or you can use like the pads. Everybody's talking about the pads. I haven't used them yet, like the little cotton pads, and they have like a liquid in them that gets rid of like the dark marks and like the ingrown hairs and stuff like that. You can use that too. If you do have like some dark down here, that's okay. Only on the outside. On the outside, on the fat part of the top, but not. But yeah, you can. What is dry cleansing? This is my favorite question because this question is asked 500 times. And I made a video for you guys because, like me, visual learner, I got you guys. So I made a video for dry cleansing, but I'm still going to tell you because I'm not going to be that girl like, go watch this video if you want to figure out. I'm going to tell you. So dry cleansing is basically you don't use any water to activate your cleansers. It's a little bit tricky when you have a kojic acid because you need water to activate it because you can't rub a dry bar on your face. It's going to cause friction and more hyperpigmentation. So with kojic acid, you need a little bit of water just for it to lather, and you're going to use the lather alone and rub that on your dry face, like your dry skin. And, you know, wait until it becomes clear. Now, if you're using a liquid, you just squeeze a liquid in your hand and rub it on your dry face until that disappears. Then you go rinse it off with lukewarm water. When I started doing that technique, my skin was clearing up so fast, so fast. The only issue that I find with dry cleansing in kojic acid, that is already really dry. That's why I've limited the days that I use it, how long I use it for, because I only dry cleanse with any soap or cleanser I put on my face. I only dry cleanse with them. So you have to be very careful because you're going to have to be using a lot of products to put moisture back into your skin. Again, I only use it 3 times a week for 60 seconds. Make it gradually go up. You know, some people keep it on for 5 minutes. I seen a girl out there, no, keep that on for 5 minutes. I said, you got it, girl. You got it, girl. But yeah, dry cleansing is just basically using a cleanser, no water to activate it, and then once you're done and it dries clear on your face, you go rinse it off with lukewarm water. So that's what dry cleansing is. If you want more details on dry cleansing, you can go watch the video, but that's what it is in a gist. Just to sum up this question, can you use it on your entire face? I only used kojic acid on the places I needed it. And it was very confusing when I was trying to explain this in my video, so that's why I did a demonstration at the end. So if you have hyperpigmentation and dark marks on your entire face, you can use it on, I would say use it on your entire face. But if you only have it in certain spots, you could do a spot treatment. The only issue I have with spot treatments is that if you're doing, okay, so where do I have a dark spot? Okay, I have one right here. If I'm doing one like the spot treatment just right here, I'm going to get this spot to a certain point where it's light enough, but it's going to be too light where the rest of the outside skin is darker than the dark spot that it originally was. Does that make sense? That doesn't make any sense. I don't like spot treatments because you're going to have like these little, like here's a dark spot too. Like if I just did it right here, there would be like a white spot. It wouldn't be like the rest of my face. It would just look weird, like a bleach spot. We don't want that. We want to have the same color all around. You know what I mean? So I just would do the whole area. Like if I had an issue like with just, there's some, okay, there's still a little bit here. If I just did here, it would look weird. So I do the whole, like this whole part here. That's what I would do. Does that make sense? If that makes sense, please tell me down below. If not, I'll explain it in a different way for you. But I would recommend if you have hyperpigmentation and dark marks, do it everywhere. If you have it in certain spots, just do a little, you know, don't do like a spot treatment. Some people do it, it works for them. I have had horrible experiences doing that, so I would highly recommend not to, but it's your face, you do what you would like. Can you advise on good vitamin C's and moisturizers? I finally found a vitamin C and I love her down bad. This is this girl. It feels like water. It's not like a thicker serum. It's from Advanced Clinical. I've been using it for, I want to say 2 months now, and using it with the brightening gel cream. My like stubborn dark marks, they're almost gone. Remember I told you about my gunshot wounds? All my gunshot wounds are gone, but like my lingering ones that are deep underneath my skin, those, since I started using those together, so good. So I'm using that one. Then I'm using the gel cream as like my second moisturizer. And then we have the AVEENO balm, which is my baby. So I've been using those 2 as my moisturizer. And then that one is my vitamin C. So those are my recommendations. So Dani approved. Summing up this question, do I do my skincare routine with my makeup? Absolutely. I don't use primer. I don't feel like it works. This is what my makeup turns out without using primer. my skincare is my priming or like this set to my base routine. So this is my routine and I do this day and night. It's the same. I will do my alpha arbutin plus HA. Then I will do my AVEENO balm and then I will do my sunscreen. It could be pitch black outside. I'm still wearing my sunscreen with my makeup. It's just how I am. When I do my clients' makeup, same thing. I'll only use the AVEENO balm on them and then the sunscreen. I won't ever use a serum on any of my clients because I don't know what that will do to their skin. And I do that every time for my makeup, and my makeup beats down every time. So yes, I do my skincare routine with my makeup. Besides Kojic Acid, what are the other cleansing products you use? I have 4 cleansers that I rotate. We have the Dr. Bronner Tea Tree. Again, amazing for pimples. So if you have a pimple, just get a little Q-tip and then just dip it in your soap and then just rub it on the pimple. Gone the next day. Thank me later. So that's another trick that I learned. So my Dr. Bronner Tea Tree, then I use my Kojic Acid, whichever ones that I want to use to rotate. Then I have my Good Morning Gel Cleanser and then my AVEENO Oat Cleansers. So those are my 4 cleansers that I rotate. I have put the Dr. Bronner and Kojic Acid on the back burner. I've just been rotating my AVEENO and my Good Morning Gel Cleanser because we're just being very gentle right now. I'm trying to repair my moisture barrier. I've been doing that for the past 4 months-ish, just using those 2, and then occasionally I'll throw in a Dr. Bronner or I'll throw in a Kojic Acid, but those are my 4 cleansers that I use. Would shea butter be a good moisturizer after using Kojic Acid? When I use shea butter, I was getting a ton of milia on my face, and milia is like little white dots or little white pimples. They're not pimples that like you could see the pus in the pimple. They're like little pimples all around your face. When your face is over moisturized or there's a lot of sebum on your face, it will cause milia. And I noticed that when I was using shea butter, I was using like the African shea butter, like the real deal stuff. It was giving me a lot of milia. So if that is what you're referring to, probably no. If you have another one that is not as thick as the African shea butter, give it a try back of your ear for a little bit and see if you're getting any milia from it. But using something that thick on your face, no, probably not. Okay, this is going to be such a horrible answer to this question, but you know we're very transparent. We're trying to figure out shit with each other. So I'm going to be honest. When I first started using Kojic Acid, I was using it around my eyes. So much irritation, so much burning, so I stopped doing it. At that point, the dark circles around my eyes weren't significantly lighter, but they were lighter than they were before. I usually just let the soap run down my face. Like, my main concern areas were always the perimeter of my face, never the center of my face. Over time, it would just lighten around my eyes. But I highly suggest not intentionally rubbing Kojic Acid around your eyes because that skin around there is very thin and it can be very irritating and painful. But I highly recommend you don't. There are products that you can use to lighten your dark under eyes and stuff like that. But again, I was already deep into my journey where they weren't as dark. Like, even now, you can still tell that my eyes are darker than the rest of my face. Just don't do it. It's just not worth it. It's the irritation. You're going to get little dry patches around your eyes and underneath your eyes, and they hurt. It doesn't matter what you put on them. They hurt really bad. So I would say don't do it. If you choose to, your face, your body. The AVEENO Baby Balm, can you use it if you have oily skin? I've had everybody who has different skin types on this channel say they absolutely love it. It's not like a lotion. Like, if you were to squish a Blistex, it would kind of feel like that texture a little bit. It feels like an ointment. It's not like a creamy type of thing. So any skin type, oily, dry, combination. Right now, I would say that I'm combination. When I first started my skincare journey, I was very oily. And now it's just, I would say my nose, maybe my T-zone area gets kind of oily. I noticed that with my makeup and stuff. But other than that, you can use it. And you just need a little bit. A little bit goes a long way. So, yeah. You can search and scroll up and down. You'll see people say they have all kinds of skin types and they absolutely love it. Is it normal for Kojic Acid to sting? No, it's not supposed to sting. People say, oh, it's supposed to sting a little. No, it's not supposed to sting. If it's stinging, your moisture barrier is in hell and you used it for too long. If you feel any sense of burning, stinging, go wash it off. There's 3 factors that could cause stinging. You have a cut or a pimple. and you picked it and now there's just flesh. What you're doing with the kojic acid is you are cleansing your flesh. Does that sound like something we should be doing? I don't think so. That does not sound like something that we should be doing. Okay? That's factor number one. Factor number two, your moisture barrier isn't hell. There's nothing protecting your skin. You're just cleansing your inside guts now at this point. That's the absolute no. Third factor, you left it on for too long. 60 seconds. Don't leave it on longer than that. Even if you're a beginner and you want to test the ropes, because I tell you 30 seconds, no more as a beginner, please. And what? I don't want you to come back here and tell me, Nathan. Okay? Nathan. Okay, I think that's enough questions for today. So that is a Q&A. I answered the majority of the questions that I saw that were asked frequently. If there was a question that I didn't answer for you, go ahead and ask it down below. This is just going to be a central place for kojic acid, everything, all brands. If you have no other brands, other places to get kojic acid. If you live in the UK, India, Spain, and you know where to get it, list it down below for everyone. If you're a man, you're trying to figure out skincare stuff, ask. Don't be scared to ask. I see some guys asking like, hey, I don't know if I'm allowed to ask. Ask. There's space for everybody here. I love my community. We all answer questions and we're helping each other because we're just literally trying to figure shit out. Nothing is going to happen overnight. I know glass skin is goal for everybody. I'm still on my journey, but I think we got the gist of how careful we need to be with kojic acid, games we shouldn't play, and if you want to look around and find out, you're on your own. And I think we learned that from today's video. As always, like, comment, and subscribe, and share with someone who has some unanswered questions about kojic acid, koji sand, any of the kojic acid products I listed today. And if you're new to using kojic acid, please be careful and do your research. This is such an amazing product, but if you use it wrong, you can fuck up your shit. Worse than you were before you started. I don't want that for you. And I don't think you want that for yourself either. You can use all the other videos I've shared on this channel. Everything is still good. Again, I've hit a plateau with my skincare journey, so I'm using different products right now, but I still swear by the products that I've recommended to you guys in the past. Take your breaks. Skin cycle. I told you guys what skin cycle is. Use something for a little bit of period of time. Take a break for a couple months, then go back. Just keep doing that, and then you'll see results just come like this. Take breaks. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and I answered the questions that you were dying to get answers for, because some people are just scared to ask questions, and we have those amazing people that were willing to be like, hey, girl, I need the answer now. Tell me the answer right now. And I have it for you, baby. I love and appreciate every single one of you, and I can't wait to see you in my next video.